who had accepted the religion of Islam. And I pointed out that for what it had done, what the religion of Islam had done for those people over there, despite their complexion differences, that it would probably do America well.
Assalamu alaikum. You're going to see a few stories, a few Muslims who express their journey to Islam. Our intent, inshallah, is to create many more stories like this. There are millions of people in America and around the world who are interested in learning more about Islam, and it's our duty to properly present it so that they may be attracted to it. One thing that rings true regardless of who comes to Islam is that at one point, at one time, someone made them aware of it. And it is our duty not to convert or to create Muslims, as only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can do this, but it is our job to properly present it in a beautiful way so that they may be attracted to it and inshallah evaluate it and become Muslim if Allah wills. Assalamu alaikum.
My journey to Islam began when I was a child and my uncle took me to a Muslim retreat. As I grew older, I met different Muslim friends, but still didn't know a lot about it. After taking a world religions class, I learned about the 5 pillars of Islam and the belief that there was only one God. After studying psychology, philosophy, and science, learning about the unconscious functions of the body, the many gods that people believed in, and the pattern ways of the universe, everything seemed to point in one direction, and that's that there was only one God. And that's when I took my Shahada.
Assalamu alaikum. What brought me to Islam, I was at Lighthouse Mosque for iftar, and we was just sitting here pondering on the letter that Malcolm wrote when he was in Mecca and experiencing, peace among people from all backgrounds, white, Mexican, Asian, whatever. And here it was, me being at Lighthouse Mosque, felt like I experienced the same thing. People from different ethnicities, all ages, next man feeding the next man. Here you haven't eaten and drinking all day, but you're feeding him first. And children doing the same thing. Women being modest. People, excuse me, you go first, here or there. It's like, yo, that was big for me. So I became Muslim.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Powell DeGanji, and I have been Muslim for over 10 years at this point. And I wanted to share a little bit about my initial attraction to the deen. This isn't going to include every component of it, but my initial feelings was I was in my early 20s, and I always felt like I was like a high-functioning human being, and I really was attracted to and impressed by other high-functioning human beings and people that really lived a clean and successful lifestyle. And so I had some Muslim friends, and I just kind of kept having these experiences where people I kind of continuously were impressed by ended up being Muslim. And so I started to kind of piece that together and try to figure out what is in Islam that is the common denominator here with all these folks who are really impressive human beings. And that's really what I was looking for, and I was wanting to cultivate in myself and continue to grow in as far as myself is concerned. Secondly, I also, as I began to be more inquisitive about the religion and the Muslim community, I'm more of a people person, so I obviously was interested in the theology, but I'm not like a heavy kind of soloist in a way as far as like my spirituality. Like I'm very impacted by the synergy and the energy around me. So it was my relationship to the Muslim community that really continued to have an impact on me. And then the racial and like ethnic diversity of Islam and the authenticity of it. I'm from the California and the Bay and where we have racial and ethnic diversity, but there was a love and a brotherhood that I felt that transcended a lot of our normal racial tension in America that felt amazing to me and something I wanted to participate in giving my love and receiving love back from the brothers and the larger community. So that was another thing that attracted me to the deen. And I would say finally, the one of the third things, again, there's other spiritual things, but I just wanted to be honest about what attracted me. The fact that there's some clarity on our opinions on things, and clarity on our lifestyle, and clarity on social issues. That's not just so, going with the times or wishy-washy. It's just kind of like, this is clear. And not only is it clear, I feel like I agreed with it all. And I still agree with it all. And obviously, as a practicing Muslim, you have to kind of adjust your lifestyle to the society and what's going on in your life. But as far as the ideology goes, its kind of set nature and clarity really was just amazing, and really inspired me and touched my heart, and so I think it was those three. I think it was the community love, it was the high functioning kind of success and clean lifestyle, and clarity on the issues that I think we all want answers to. We're all confused about, where do we come from, where do we go, how do we treat people, what's appropriate, what's not, all that stuff. What do we eat? These are things that are I think all human beings, especially now, are trying to figure out what's the right way.